to talk to you guys a little bit about our theme. So as you all know, MHacks always does cortexes, right? So we have specific rooms for everyone to hack on iOS, or hack with web development, Android. So you're really surrounded by other hackers that are doing the exact same thing as you. But this time they're not called your Android Cortex or what have you. They're called mountains, and that's for a specific reason. They're really great because we view hacking like scaling a mountain. Right? So as you're coding, struggling, brainstorming, anything you want, you're scaling your own proverbial mountain. Everyone's mountain is different, and whether you're building your first app, your 50th hack, your 5th app, building something with entirely new technology or an API, your own mountain is different, and we want to see you conquer that mountain. So at the end of this hackathon, I want to see you have your hack, regardless if it's done, and I want you to look back down where you started from 36 hours tonight at midnight and say, I improved, I scaled my own mountain. So we'll be walking around. Come to me. I really want to hear about all of your hacks. Come to me. Show me what you're working on. Show me what you're struggling with. Anything of that nature. I really want to hear about it, and I really want to help as well. So a quick reminder, download our app, MHacks app. It's Android, iOS. Go to our live site for more information. We got maps. We've got a schedule. It's linked to our social media, so you can see all the announcements coming from that as well. And finally, DevPost submissions for your hack, in order to be considered for judging, submit it by 9 a.m. on Sunday. You can still hack afterwards until 12. Just make sure it's submitted by 9 a.m. so we know where we can put you for your tables, and you can show the world the awesomeness that you created in just this 36 hours. Sound good? Sound good? All right, thanks everyone. Again, my name is Jimmy. Feel free to come up and talk to me. I want to be your friend. Now I'm going to hand it off to Todd here, and he's going to go over everyone that made this event possible for us.
What's up, guys? What's up, guys? So I'm Todd. I handle everything sponsorship for MHacks Refactor. Sponsors are awesome. This event could not be possible without all of our sponsors. How many of you came on a bus to get here? And how many of you came on a plane to get here? All of the money you guys got for reimbursements came from our sponsors. All of your food came from the money from sponsors. All your t-shirts, everything. So without this event, or without sponsors, this event could not happen. And without further ado, I'm going to introduce Eddie from Twilio to talk about their API a little bit. You should be able to just... Do you need audio? I know.
Willie-o! Am I doing this? Does this one work? Hello? Would you hold this one for me? I got an awesome mic stand named Todd. Give it up for him. So, how's it going, everyone? My name is Eddie Zaneski, and I have the privilege of serving at a company called Twilio as a developer evangelist. Quick show of hands, who here has heard of Twilio before? That is a lot of this room. Holy crap. Well, for those of you that haven't, Twilio makes it super easy for you to build apps that communicate with everyone in the world. So what does that mean? So we have some awesome APIs that let you add things like SMS messages, phone calls, video conferences, chat room SDK. So you can build all these things out. We just like to show how it's made instead of talk about it and show slides. So I'm just going to dive in. But real quick, I'm giving out these awesome hoodies that are motion controlled with LEDs in them for the best use of Twilio. So come see me. I have a promo code. It's MHacks 2016. But without further ado, I'm going to buy a phone number. So a phone number is the basic unit of Twilio. And what we do is we configure this phone number with a URL. And when a text message comes into that phone number, Twilio is going to make an HTTP request to my server and look for what we call TWIML, which is some XML commands. So I'm going to buy an Ann Arbor phone number. And I'm going to click buy. And with the click of another button, I am now the proud owner of a Twilio phone number. And I'm going to set up this phone number real quick. So this is where Twilio is going to look for that XML file. And it's going to live at cat.limo, which is my awesome domain name. And it's going to be called sms.xml. And I'm going to flip over to my terminal and copy this number real quick. And we are going to create that file because it doesn't exist yet. So I'm opening up sms.xml, my favorite text editor, which is Vim. And I'm going to write some TWIML commands. Yeah, give it up for Vim. These instructions are going to tell Twilio to send back a text message when you text me. So thanks for texting, promo code, MHacks 2016. for $25 of Twilio credit. And with that, if everyone would please take out their phones and send a text message to this phone number right here, and I'll read it out for you. It is 734-548-9270. And when you get a text back, could you please jump in the air or shout and say, yeah, so I know you got it. Number is 734-548-9270. Cool. Yeah. So I can also do something else now that I've collected your phone numbers to give to the NSA. I can actually make a phone call and call all of you. So I'm going to create another XML file called voice.xml. And I'm going to drop in another response. And in this case, I'm going to say something cool to you in a robot voice. So enjoy rad hacks. And then I'm going to drop you all into a conference so you can all yell at each other and someone's voicemail will go off. If I can spell the word conference. Conference. All right. And this is going to be MHacks. So I could have you all call that number, but instead I'm going to call you. So I'm going to create a new app in my favorite programming language, which is JavaScript. So I'm going to turn on some strict mode, and I'm going to import the Twilio library. And I'm going to get a new instance of that library. And then I'm going to take this instance, and I'm going to list all the messages that were sent to my phone number. And I'm going to set a page size of 1,000. And this is going to return a promise. So this is going to be a response. And then this response is going to pull out all the phone numbers. So I'm going to create a new set, drop in the response. And then I'm going to pull out the messages. And I'm going to map and get a single message. And now I hope you all obey the code of conduct you signed, because I'm going to print out what you said. And then I'm going to return your phone number. So message.from. And then real quick, I'm going to create a new phone call with everyone's phone number. So I'm going to take my numbers, numbers.for each. And this will give me a number. And then Todd's hand is shaking. He's the man. And then I'm going to take the client, and I'm going to make a call, and it's going to be to your number from my number, and it's going to look for that TWIML we just created, which lives at http://cat.limo/voice.xml. And with that, if I didn't screw anything up, I'm going to run this, and put your phones on loud, and we'll see everyone yell at each other on a conference call. So this is what everyone said. I am joined by some awesome people. I'm here with Nikita and Eric, who's actually a Michigan alum, and Aaron in the back there. He's recording, so if you're building something cool at Twilio, come find us, and we want to interview you for it. So thanks for having us. Have a great hackathon.
Thanks, Aaron.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Well, wow. How fast did you just do that? That was awesome. Next, we're going to have Firebase come up, and they've got a few things to say for you, too.
What up, everyone? All right. My name is Abe Haskins. I'm a developer programs engineer at Google on the Firebase team. You don't have to know what that means. I don't know what it means either. I have like literally 2.5 minutes to talk to you about Firebase, so I'm going to breeze over just about everything important. But the moral of this talk is come find us. We'll be here all weekend to talk to you about Firebase, about life, talk to you about a bunch of weird computer nerd crap that we talk about all day. You're happy to come join us. So Firebase is a platform for building applications. We've been coming to a lot of hackathons since we were founded in 2012. Generally, people win hackathons with us. I was thinking just recently about MHacks. It's a Y Combinator, probably the most important company incubator in the world. MHacks was a couple years ago, and we took in most of the top prizes. That's a common theme. Building things on us is very fast and very easy to do, and it's generally pretty impressive looking when you look at some of our features. So Firebase features. Excuse me. User authentication. If you've ever tried to deal with OAuth, Twitter, Facebook login, GitHub login, it's incredibly dumb. The people who designed OAuth are like PhD engineers at places like Google, and they don't design them for people like me who have complicated titles like developer programs engineer, which means dumb person. So I don't like dealing with any of that crap. Firebase lets me not have to. It's one call, I say auth to Twitter, I get to log in with Twitter. Real-time database. How many people know what JSON is? Okay, great. Imagine if you could just take that JSON and just like literally throw it at the cloud, and then have it sent down to all your other devices. That's our real-time database. It synchronizes across the world, across the room, whatever you want in real time. Static hosting, if you've ever said, hey, I have HTML, I have CSS, I have JavaScript, I really want to put that somewhere, you'd be like, oh, GitHub Pages, oh, Amazon S3. Those are both really bad. So we offer static hosting that allows you to very easily say Firebase deploy, boom, have a website live on the internet. All right, client-side SDKs, Android, iOS, JavaScript, Ember, Angular, Backbone, React. No one remembers Backbone anymore. Along with server-side access from Java, Ruby, Python, blah, 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 Go. I like Go. So what should you not build? You should not build an application server. There's a lot of complicated technical reasons on why you shouldn't do this, but it goes back to the fact that you want to ship something. You don't want to spend all your day building a server, trying to figure out how it'll scale, trying to figure out how your servers will scale, trying to figure out like load balancing and clustering and all that crap. It's not fun. What you want to do is build your app. So that's what we let you do. Your device talks to our SDK, which talks directly to our servers. You're not running your own servers. You're not partitioning VMs. We just give you this SDK, and all your devices say, I want to talk to Firebase, and you don't have to run any servers, run any server-side code, nothing like that. We have real-time synchronization, like I said. If you've ever tried to build a chat or a collaborative game or anything like that, you know sockets are a pain and stateful servers are a pain. We take care of all of that. Any device that wants your data is going to get it as soon as that data is written to the database. I'm going to be honest, I don't know what this slide means. Oh, I do, yeah. So if you've ever had issues where your devices went offline and your HTTP requests fail, you're going to have to write this whole complicated client-side thing that's like, hey, my HTTP request failed. I'll like try again in a minute or 5 minutes or whatever. Firebase keeps running even if your device goes offline. We have a database on the actual device. As soon as you get internet again, we'll sync it back up to our magic cloud, and we'll sync it back down to all the clients. We take care of race conditions and conflicts and all of that stuff only PhDs care about. And yep, there you go. It works. Look, it's magical. Here's how you authenticate with Firebase. Like I said, you just call ref.auth with OAuth pop-up and say Twitter, and then it pops up a window, the person logs in with Twitter, and you get back a user object that's literally just a JavaScript object that says their username and links to profiles and fun things like that. If you wanted to deploy onto Firebase hosting, that's literally 2 commands. You say Firebase init, tell us what Firebase you want to deploy to, Firebase deploy, and then you have a fancy yourapp.firebaseapp.com that you can then put a custom domain on. Prizes and swag, we're always giving away t-shirts, hot sauce, headbands, sunglasses, beanies. I convinced people to let me give away a bunch of other crap like Chromecasts and trophies and Firebase credits and Moto 360 Sport X watches and Nitro. I don't know what that is. So what, also a TV. We brought a TV. We don't want to bring it back, so we're going to give it to someone. And Chromecasts. So yeah, come find us. We're on Twitter. You can either tweet at Firebase or, you know, just come find us. We're around. Woo.
This should be working. Test. No. All right, that was awesome. If you guys have any questions about Firebase, they have awesome mentors, so go ask them questions, go find them at their table. And next we have Target that's going to say a few words.
Hey everyone, great to be here. We're really proud to be a first-year sponsor at MHacks. We will be around the entire time here. We've got a team of about 8 or so people. You'll see us roaming around the hackathon the entire time, so come up to us, ask us any questions. We actually have an API that we have exposed at developer.target.com. We have a products API, a locations API, and all that documentation's on that developer.target.com portal. You have to be actually on the MHacks Wi-Fi to actually access that. And I think we're giving away a prize for the best use of our API, some Beats headphones. And yeah, just come talk to us if you ever want to hear about Target or we're also, we're hiring at Target as well. So thanks.
Who wants an adorable little Target dog? Hello? Throw it back there, there.
It's on really low.
They're jumping up and down. Of course they want it.
No, it's good. I can use it. I'll just scream it.
Yeah.
Okay, that works.
Who saw the new Star Wars movie? Do you all know who is basically behind that? Disney. This guy made Star Wars. Give him a huge round of applause.
All right, so how awesome is it that Disney is at MHacks? I was insanely excited when they called me and asked about sponsorship, and I'm super happy to have him here. And without further ado,
Cool. Hey, how's everybody doing? All right. So, hey, I'm Brian, and this here.
I'm Ryan.
Cool. And we are from the Walt Disney Company. This is our first year at MHacks, and we are super stoked and excited to be here. We'd love to see. Yes, let's get a woo! We are super stoked to see what you guys come up with and the hacks that you guys are going to do. We've got about 6 engineers here, and we're around, so come talk to us. Come hang out with us. We've got tons of internship opportunities for this summer. We've got about 150 spots to fill, so please apply online, DisneyInterns.com.
So we don't have an API or anything for you guys to hack, but we are sponsoring a prize, so that's best use of emerging technology. And I know you're like, what the heck is emerging technology, right? So we kept that broad. You can come to us with your definition of what emerging technology means. Now, don't come to us with some old crap technology. We don't care about that. But best use of emerging technology, we want it to be new and exciting. You need to move us. So, and our prize for that is going to be some Sphero BB-8 droids. So if you're familiar with Star Wars, right? Right? All right.
Yeah, so the winning team, each member of that winning team is going to get a Sphero BB-8 droid. So we really look forward to seeing your hacks, and feel free to drop by, talk to us. We're more than happy to sprinkle pixie dust on your hack.
Good.
Sam's up next. She's giving her own. Yeah, sweet. Go ahead. You have a cord.
Is that mic? The small mic?
Yeah, it does work. It's a little quieter.
Oh, wow, everything's tiny. Oh my god, make it bigger. Hey guys, I'm Sam. I'm an engineer from MongoDB. Who knows what MongoDB is? Nice. Who knows what a haiku is? Also nice. Haikus are short poems, in case you don't know. So 2 minutes isn't really enough to give you a demo of the API of Mongo because it's pretty big. So I figured instead I would just show you a sample application, which I wrote, that generates haiku poems. So I'm just going to start a server. I don't know if you can see it. It's going. Now I have preloaded my server with some words and phrases in a database called Haiku. If we look at the tables in here, you can see I've got some named after some pop stars. And because y'all were listening to Drake before and dancing on the stage, we'll look at Drake. So let's just look at some of the words that I have in here. So I've got some documents. Each document has an ID. You can just ignore that. It has a token, which is the phrase, and then a number of syllables, because we're building haikus and we care about that. So I'm going to just start my Python program over here. We're going to use Drake. And now I'm going to do a dramatic reading. Glasses of Drake. Glasses of champagne. That can only mean one thing. Everybody knows. We have time for another one? All right, we can either do Beyonce or The Weeknd. Who wants Beyonce? Beyonce, all right, clearly Beyonce wins. All right, here we go. Let's get a new one. Let's refresh that. He want Beyonce. He wanted this club, all the single ladies. Oh, Miss Carla, fierce. So that's my demo for MongoDB. This is powered by MongoDB, and your application can be too. And if it is, you're eligible for our sponsor prize, which is Amazon gift cards for your whole team. I'm here for the whole weekend. Come find me if you need help. Unfortunately, I'm the only person here. So if you can't find me, tweet me. I'm Sam Who Codes. So just at Sam Who Codes. Thanks, guys.
Who wants a MongoDB sticker? We're going to make it rain MongoDB stickers. All in the front row.
All right, and then who checked out our awesome FAQ haikus on the MHacks.org page? Sweet. So shout out to Mongo for using, I have no idea if they actually knew, but that's pretty sweet. And then Esri's going to come up now and give you guys a little talk about their API. And this should be working.
Hey everybody, I'm John. I'm from Esri, and I will not be reciting haikus. I will be pointing you to some resources. Has anyone ever heard of Esri? Okay, has anyone here ever used a map? So those of you who haven't heard of Esri now know a little bit about Esri. That is what we do, maps. And what I'm going to do is show you, I'm going to tell you about a resource that we've built. It's called the Hackathon-Handbook. So go to hackathon-handbook.com, and if you click the See Samples button, it'll take you to a website that'll get you into all of our APIs, whether it be Leaflet, iOS, Android, JavaScript. It'll show you how to add maps into your apps. I'm going to click on this MHacks presentation we put together. What you can do is, if everyone goes to this website throughout the weekend, we can build a map of where everybody's from here, and we built a form really quickly if it draws, and if you fill out some basic information, give it your favorite color, tell us a little bit about you, we'll fill this map out with where everybody's from. This is something you could build in 10 minutes with our platform once you get signed up. Real quickly, to go through some stuff here. These are some places that have built applications with our platform. The one I think that might be of interest here might be the Michigan Breweries one. I know that being up this late for me leads me to want these. So these are the types of things that you can build with our platform, and the platform, you can build this stuff from scratch, or you can configure stuff, so it's really easy to get up and running. So some other things, developers.arcgis.com, there's cards in your welcome pack that give you access to this website that tell you where to go to sign up for our platform. Enter this code into the platform. Once you get signed up, enter this voucher code. It's going to jack your account up with a bunch of credits, and you'll be able to develop on our platform for months afterwards and access all these premium services that we and other organizations that use our platform have built. Real quick, we make APIs for the web, JavaScript, Esri Leaflet. We make a web app builder that with your account you can save a map into a web app template that's going to quickly allow you to save applications that other people can access. And we make configurable app templates. We've got SDKs for iOS, Android, and we've got a bunch of samples out here. This whole slide presentation is available to you at hackathon-handbook. And go sign up for the account, enter the voucher code, and we've also, we're giving away some tablets at the end of this for the best of use of our application. So go check it out. That card that's in your welcome pack has a link to the tablets. These tablets are pretty cool. You can draw on them, save data, make your own stuff. So that's Esri. We're here all weekend. Come see us with questions. Thanks.
All right, well, I hope you guys all go to that website and definitely fill in where you're from, because at the end of the weekend, I want to check out. At the end of the weekend, I want to check out where you all are from, and I want to see that sweet map. So I'm going to show a video from Visa next, and then Capital One's on deck. Perfect. And I need audio. Do we have audio, John?
At Visa, we're transforming the way we design, build, and deliver our products. Arming the coders, the creators, the doers, and the dreamers. There's an array of powerful APIs, from Visa Alerts, helping people monitor spending to reduce fraud in real time, to Visa Checkout, minimizing abandoned shopping carts by speeding transactions. Even paying friends directly is easier than ever thanks to Visa Direct. Everything designed to foster exploration and accelerate development time. Code, documentation, expert advice, and an integrated sandbox. All creating realistic environments where you combine, configure, and explore ideas. So whether it's geolocation, real-time alerts, or tokenization, our tools and services span industries and unite commerce. Visa developers' simple and flexible integration helps expand the products you have and invent new ones for the future. Just think what you can build. Then imagine what we can build together. Visa Developer. Let's build together.
Yo, Visa has some sick swag. Who wants a track jacket? Wallet, smart wallet. Visa! Visa! They don't fly very well.
Okay. All right, great. Now Capital One's going to come up and give a little talk. And Linode's on deck. There you go.
All right. Hey guys, I'm Corey. I'm a Michigan alum. And so Nessie is the code name for our API, and it acts as a virtual bank. So anything you want to do with money, banking, transactions, and it's designed specifically for hackathon demos. We have swag for you savages. Is that politically correct? Can I say that? We have swag, shirts, stickers, anything. We also have, Capital One is renowned for this, the coveted coffee cereal. I'm going to explain it right now. It's cornflakes coated in coffee powder. So please pace yourselves while eating that shit, because it cannot be good for you. And if you're having any trouble with our API, come to our booth. We'll be there all weekend to help out with it. Good luck. And the prize is $250 per person per team. So good luck, guys. Have fun.
Oh, we got some sick Capital One swag. All right.
All right, and then Linode is going to be up next with Intel on deck, by the way.
What's up, everybody? MHacks. I've been to a lot of hackathons, but I'll tell you what, this is my first MHacks. What do you think I should do here in Michigan? Where should I go? Zingerman's? There's so many people at once, I can't really understand. So come by the table, tell us where to go. But I'm going to tell you what, I'm probably not going to get any of them. You know why? I'm here in Michigan for all of you guys, not for the other places. I'm here to support U of M, MHacks, from all the people around the world. All right, so Linode, we provide web servers. And despite what you've been told, where you don't want to build a server, you're not going to be able to unlock the true potential of your project unless you build your own server. And we're going to help you provide it. Because you can do whatever you want. You could go to order some parts off Newegg, build your own computer, host in your house, hook up to internet, but instead, let us get a server for you for as low as $10 a month, and then we have the server with the best internet, the best connectivity, and the best support team to help you get running. I'll tell you what, the reason why I'm not going to go to Zingerman's, I'm sorry, I'm sure it's great, is because me and my team here, we're going to be here 24/7 in the sponsor room, sponsor hallway, all times of night. No matter when you guys need help, we'll be there helping all of you. So even if you haven't built your own server yet, we'll show you just how easy it is. We're going to make sure that at 4 a.m., we're there. 7 a.m. breakfast, sponsored by us on Sunday, I'll be there. No matter what, we're here to help you guys. Even tag us at Linode on Twitter. Just find us. We're always going to be there. And we're also, you know what? Servers are easy, but we also want you to do it for free. So we're going to give away $50 of free credit to anybody at our booth. So that'll last you for up to 5 months. Or you can get a 96 gig server, super powerful for like the weekend. Who cares? Because not even like some of the biggest websites out there need that. But you can do it on us. You can have a small personal server for a cat blog, or you can be like one of the popular companies out there like theonion.com that hosts on Linode. So who knows? You guys could be one of the next big companies out there. Come host with Linode. And also, we're going to pick out our favorite project, the best use of cloud services. So use a cloud server, hopefully Linode, and we'll give a Samsung Galaxy Tab S2 to every member of the team. I want to see what you guys have here at MHacks, all right? Let's go, let's build some servers. This is the part where I drop the mic, but I don't want to cost them money.
Go for it. Some t-shirts.
T-shirt?
And who wants the last one?
We got some chapstick and stickers.
And stickers too. All right, now we're gonna have Intel come up for a little bit. They have a few words to say as well. Are you guys in the house? Michael, Vagesh?
Hello everyone, welcome to MHacks. So I'm Vagesh Patel, I'm representing Intel. I'm a IoT technical community evangelist. So everyone I think know about IoT. IoT is the Internet of Things. The simplest definition I can give, IoT is you can connect any device with internet and turn on and off. It is not limited to that turning on and off device. There are many more aspects of IoT. So we are providing Intel Edison board. Intel Edison board has a Wi-Fi and Bluetooth inbuilt. It's having a 1 GB RAM as well as a 500 megahertz processor. It's a prototyping device which you can use it for developing an IoT product. We support Intel XDK for Node.js. We have Python support. We have Eclipse for C, C++. We have Java support. You can also have a visual programming language like Willotree as well as Node-RED. We have many libraries available for sensors like libmara, UPM. This is software.intel.com/IoT. You can have all the samples example, all the XDKs, all the drivers available on that website. There is a getting started guide over there. You can have a look. I know every time when you start a new project, it's difficult to get the idea. So for having an example of idea, you can go to instructable.com. Browse Intel Edison, you will get lots of Intel Edison project, step-by-step guide for completing that project. We have a Groove sensor kit where you can directly plug any sensors. If you want any material Groove sensor kit, Intel Edison, you can go to MLH table and you can check out the product. We have a prize for Best Intel Edison project. We have a Dell tablet, Dell Venue 10 tablet. We have a tablet for each participant. Thank you guys. And we do have an opportunity for full-time and internship. So if you are looking for any opportunity, come visit us to our table. We will happy to help you. Thank you.
Awesome, thanks so much. And
As we're saying, what exactly is this swag that you're giving away here? What is this? I want to throw it out at people, but I don't. Just throw it. Cable binders. Who wants an awesome Intel cable binder? I feel like if I was like offering bags of fertilizer or something, you would still be really stoked. Yeah? Okay.
And then finally, Hampton Creek's here to say a few words. Unfortunately, Josh couldn't make it. He had to run home because of an emergency, but they still want to say some things for you guys.
Thank you. Sorry. No worries.
Where's the HDMI?
Right on the side there.
What's up, everybody? How you doing, MHack? So my name's Taylor. This is Kat. We're here from Hampton Creek. I'm actually here all the way from Liberia. Kat's here all the way from San Francisco. And we're here to chat super briefly a little bit of a different thing about why Hampton Creek connects to Michigan and what the hell you guys are all doing this weekend to make the world a better place. So, quick story. Ann Arbor, Michigan, 2008. This guy, Josh, in school here, graduated from law school, went to Africa for 7 years off and on, but became super frustrated working in the nonprofit world. He was addressing symptoms of problems, but not the systems that defined how the world goes around, the systems that define all the great work you guys are going to be doing this weekend. And so he went from Michigan, he was frustrated, and he started asking the question, what would it look like for him personally and for the world if we started over with our global systems?
And specifically, he saw starting over as starting over in business, because he thinks business is where you can have the most impact and where you can scale social impact. And you can actually apply this question, what would it look like if we started over, to any system on Earth? You can apply it to food, you can apply it to education, you can apply it to any problem that you guys are going to be solving tonight and in the coming days. But Josh saw a lot of issues in the food system, and so he applied it there. And to us, the answer to the question, what would it look like if we started over, is the right thing would be the easy thing for people to do. So the right thing meaning that it'd be easy for a mom that's working really, really long hours and raising a huge family to choose a food product that's affordable, delicious, but actually better for you and better for the planet. And we found technology that actually makes that possible.
And so if you think we're a fluffy food company, some hippies off in San Francisco, here's the reality. When you use data science, when you use computational biology to try to revolutionize broken systems, when the US government tries to shut you down, 4.5 years later, you become the fastest growing food company on Earth. We're now worth $1.1 billion. Yes, everything we do is based on impact, but the thing we want to be, why we're here tonight, to be like, this weekend, yes, you could work on an app, you could work on a project that, is where your friends are the target market to make your social lives easier. But ultimately, you're here with all these great resources from all these great companies. So do something that, quite frankly, do something that matters. You guys only have one life, you only have one shot. It's like, don't just be here, to work on something that's silly or fun, that's awesome, but you have the potential to both change the world using technology, but also make a bunch of money at the same time. If you want our help, our CEO, Josh, his email's josh@hamptoncreek.com. His phone number's on our website. He loves getting phone calls from young people, especially in the middle of the night tonight. So check out hamptoncreek.com. Give him a call. Give him a bad time for not being able to be here tonight. He'll love that. And my email is tquinn@hamptoncreek.com. If you want to learn about how we're revolutionizing education in Liberia right now, we're developing a network of hands-on business schools using technology. So if you're into any of that, we're hiring interns this summer. So if you want to make a dent on the universe, come chat with us afterwards. And thank you guys for listening. Have an awesome weekend. Go Blue!
Thank you, man.
And then who sees these awesome scarves that they're wearing? University of Michigan Center for Entrepreneurship. If you don't know about them, they're awesome. If you go to the University of Michigan, check out all the classes that they offer. They have some really, really awesome classes if you're looking into entrepreneurship, or if you're just interested in tech and what we're about here at MHacks. People have built some awesome things and will come to speak every week if you take their class. And then finally, we have MLH coming up to talk. Nick, sorry. And without MLH, MHacks really wouldn't happen. All of the hardware that you guys are going to be hacking on this weekend, well, not all of it, but most of it was provided by MLH. They offer awesome guidance for us directors as we're planning everything. Yeah, here they are.
Who wants swag before I talk? We love swag. It's our thing.
You should mention that the three MLH Community Council members, Eddie, Tyler, and Kaylin, three of them are here, and you should talk about it.
Hi, everyone. How's it going? Aren't you supposed to be the Wolverines? I've never seen one, but I'd imagine they're louder than that. I'll give you one more chance. How are you doing? That's better. All right, so I know we talked about it a little before, but who's here for their first hackathon? That is so amazing. There are so many people out there who just raised their hand. I have the distinct privilege as an MLH member of being able to welcome you to the hackathon community. You joined about 30,000 other students across the entire world who are coming out here, making their dreams a reality and building what they want to build. So, if this is your second hackathon, I want to see your hand too. All right, okay. A bit of you out there. Third? Fourth? Woo! Fifth? Sixth? Okay, anyone who's been to more than 10, raise your hand. All right, you're just as crazy as I am. All right, let's get into it. That's awesome. Hi, I'm Nick. Woo! I'm Nick Walsh, not Nick Quinlan. I'm a hacker coach at Major League Hacking. But in all honesty, I might as well just be called the debugger of code, because when I'm here at hackathons, that's what I love to do. So come find me, or tweet at me at the Nick Walsh. So yeah, I'm here for Major League Hacking. What is Major League Hacking? Well, we are the official student hackathon league, and we help to run events all across the entire world. Our job is to empower you guys, the student hacker community, by bringing awesome hardware, software, mentorship, and a ton of other things that I'll get into really quickly. And this is all made possible through our title sponsors, Dell and Intel. So give a quick round of applause for them. So yeah, it allows us to be at awesome events just like this, MHacks 7 Refactor. We are so hyped to be here because MHacks joins about 210 other member events all the way across this spring season. There were only 160 last season. We're up to 210. That is insane. We have almost 10 events every single weekend, and that's great. So what does being here do? What does competing at MHacks really give you? Well, you can win this. And I don't know, I'm like kind of a tall guy, but this trophy is about this tall. It has a fog machine in it and LEDs. You didn't know you wanted a fog machine until our CEO put it inside of a trophy. So yeah, so you get points for your school by being here and participating, and also if you win, you get even more points. So this is how last season panned out. Rutgers took first place. Anyone in Rutgers in the house? All right, we got one, loud and proud. Yeah, so Waterloo came in second, and Purdue came in third. I don't know if anyone from Stony Brook's here. That's my school. We were close. We gave it our best effort. Fourth place. We'll get it next semester. But so what are we doing here? What's Major League Hacking doing here? We bring tons of cool stuff, and you won't need a small loan of $1 million to get it. So first of all, we have these awesome T-shirts, as you see up here. That's brought to you by Capital One. Yeah, we're going to be giving those out later, so keep an eye open. You're all hackers, but you're also celebrities in our eyes. So we've brought a photo booth to document all of your major happenings during this event. So you can go and find that if you haven't seen it at registration. But we also have a photographer who's going to be going around taking pictures of you while you're hacking. We're also going to be doing some fun mini games. This one, this is what I like to think I look like when I code. That's Code in the Dark. Later on, we're going to be doing this type of game where I'm going to put up a website on the screen, and you're going to have to try and code it without having an IDE. So it won't autocomplete, it won't do any of the nifty things you're used to having when you're coding. We also bring tons of great hardware. So everything from systems, Dell computers, Alienware laptops, Dell monitors, some wearable tech, Oculus Rift, Muse headset, Pebble Classic, Pebble Time Steel, Thalmic Mayos, board sensors, and much more. I don't know which of you guys have played Fallout. We don't have Pip-Boys, but if you could build one, I will be so happy. I don't know if you saw the demo. We've got Leap Motions, Intel Edison and base shields with modules, Arduinos, Spark cores, Nest Smart Thermostat, and hardware. You can check all of that out at hardware.mlh.io. And even if you're a returning veteran, it's really important to note that we have a new hardware checkout system. So what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to go on this URL right here. You're going to have to send a request through your MLH account for what hardware you want. And then when you come to the table after it's been processed, I can fulfill that for you. So be sure to go and copy this down. I'm also going to have a link at the end of the slide deck, so don't worry about missing it right now. Thank you to GitHub for providing all of you with really, really great educational packs that's going to allow you to have private repos to share your code and tons of other cool stuff. Also, the best developer-oriented hack at this hackathon is going to win this statue of Mona the Octocat. A lot of you seem to be hackathon veterans, so we know how much you love the stickers, so we're bringing you statues. So yeah, best developer-oriented hack. Even further, big shout out to domain.com, who's offering free .com, .net, and .org domains. Those are the most popular ones. Come by the table, look in your swag bags. We've given you codes for them, or ask us to help us get set up. That's at mlh.io/domains. Also, best domain name, I'm a really big fan of puns, so if you can register a domain through domain.com, and it's really punny and related to your hack, you can win a swag bag. Spoiler alert, it's going to have an Arduino breadboard in it. Also, we're having prizes for the top 3 overall. Top 3 are going to win really awesome pendants. You're going to be like an Olympian. It's going to have like the MLH Spring 2016. You're always going to remember this hackathon. And also for first place, we're going to be giving away Dell Venue tablets. Also, just for finishing, we want to congratulate you because that means you stayed up and you got through your hack and you made it to completion and you demoed it. And that's great, and we really want to congratulate that. So we've got all of these awesome I demoed stickers. Obviously, this is for all the events across the season, and I don't know if you're thinking what I'm thinking, but when I saw this, I was thinking, yeah, you can be like Ash Ketchum. So yeah, you're going to get your gym badge here. You're going to have the MHacks badge for demoing. And I'm not sure if you're more of a Team Rocket or a Ash Ketchum, but I'd hope you're more of the good guys. So if we can be serious for just one moment though, I have to talk about something, and that's MLH's code of conduct. MLH hackathons are safe spaces for everyone. Whether it's your first hackathon or your 101st, everyone has the right to hack and be safe and not be harassed, and there is no exception to that rule. Be respectful. Harassment and abuse are never tolerated. If there's anything that happens over the course of the hackathon that you feel needs to be brought up, feel free to email incidents@mlh.io, contact myself, John, any of the organizers, and we will do everything we can to report it, to take care of it. Further, you can report over this phone number as well. We have people up around the clock all around the world to be able to answer and get this taken care of. Also, I know that's a lot, but you can go check that out at mlh.io/code of conduct if you really want to have some pleasure reading over this hackathon. And any of the information I've posted is also going to be available at this bit.ly link, bit.ly/mlh-mhacks. This is the link to take if you take any link from my entire slide deck, because it has everything from all the sponsors and prizes and everything. So before I go, I just have 3 quick things I want you to remember. First is take care of yourself. Look after yourself first and foremost. Whether that's just taking a nap, choosing to drink a water instead of the 7th consecutive Red Bull, or just going for a brisk walk. Like, a healthy hacker is a happy hacker, so just keep that in mind. Second is use your mentors. One of the greatest parts about being at a hackathon is not just the software, the hardware, and the physical resources, but the geniuses that are all surrounding you in this room right here. You have something to learn from every other person in this room, and conversely, you have something to teach every person in this room. So get out there and use each other to the best of your abilities. Third and lastly, code for good. Be the superheroes I know each and every one of you are, and save the world, one line of code at a time. Thank you, and happy hacking.
Let's give it up for MLH. Let's give it up. Let's give it up. Let's give it up. So we're almost there, y'all. We're almost there. We have the keynote speaker right after I do the wave. So I need y'all's help. I need y'all's help. Who's ready to do the wave? Who's ready to do the wave? We're going to start. Everyone's ready. And you're going to get to stand. If you're really getting into it, you're going to be able to stand up right here. Get a little stretch break. So we're going to start from this side, and we're going to start pretty quick. Ready? On 3. 1, 2, 3. And now we're bringing it back. We're bringing it back.
Whoa! And now we're ready for slow-mo, slow-mo, slow-mo. And we're about to go super fast on the way back, and then we're gonna pass it off to the director, Jimmy. And we're going fast! And let's hear it for Jimmy, who's gonna introduce the keynote speaker of this MHacks. Let's hear it up for Jimmy.
Hey everyone, I'd like to introduce Jeremy. He's the founder of Make School. It's a new computer science and software engineering school. It's founded in San Francisco. Now, the really cool thing is he's approaching his 40th hackathon. So you could say he knows what he's doing. So he really loves to share everything he's learned about hackathons with all of you. And he's really excited to share some of his wisdom about how to get the most out of this hackathon with all of you right now. Here you go, Jeremy.
Awesome. Thanks. Hi, everyone. So, I'm not Josh from Hampton Creek, unfortunately, though hearing a couple minutes from them was incredibly inspiring, and I think I'll be touching upon some of the same themes that perhaps they were going to talk about in this keynote. So I'm your surprise replacement keynote speaker. I hope that I suffice as a consolation prize. And I came here straight from San Francisco, came to the event right from the airport. I was expecting to see some snow, but apparently my Californian point of view is confirmed. Snow is a myth. So, a little bit about me. A very impactful and sort of transformational moment in my life was when the App Store became a thing, when it was first possible for an individual to build something that could end up in the pockets of thousands or millions. I left MIT to start Make School, don't tell my mom, and I have been to over 30 hackathons since I last cut my hair. Make School is actually half funded by Japanese investors, and I've been recognized twice on the streets of Tokyo. So if you want funny stories on what it's like to do business in Japan with a ginger fro, you can come talk to me, and I have lots to talk about. So what is really exciting about the time that we live in is the fact that you can build really, really incredible things with just a laptop. And I want to paint a picture for some of the changes that have occurred, the evolutions in technology that have really enabled this, and why we're so lucky to be able to take advantage of them. First, I alluded to these distribution channels we didn't have access to before. The App Store, smartphones in everyone's pockets, obviously the internet, allow someone like you to build something and theoretically by the end of the event have tens, hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands of users. You have to imagine that not so long ago, if you wanted to get an application on someone's computer, you might have to negotiate a deal with a company like Target or Best Buy. You have to have a factory somewhere to print discs or DVDs and package them, negotiate for shelf space. This is not something you can do in a weekend, right? And now an individual, a high school hacker, a college hacker can do something that can end up in the hands of millions. That's really incredible. But it wouldn't be possible or interesting to do if the magnitude of what you can build didn't get more and more interesting. And you heard from a couple of companies, Firebase and Linode, hope there's not too much beef between you two, on the fact that, abstractly speaking, they save you the hassle of having to build a server. And it was kind of mentioned in passing, but it's so true that, again, not so long ago, maybe 10 years ago, you wanted to get your website live? Great. I hope you have tens of thousands of dollars to buy literal servers to plug in a closet somewhere, and you have to set up your web application so that when users went to the URL, it pointed to your actual physical server in your closet. Again, not something you can do in a weekend as a high school or college student. It wasn't possible. And now you have services like Linode, services like Firebase to abstract that away, allow you to deploy just like that. And that is just the beginning. There's a number of services that are emerging that are abstracting away more and more really fundamental things that you used to have to do manually. There's a company called Transcriptic that is building a biology lab in the cloud. Behind your laptop, you can control a full biology lab, essentially program the robots that go around and do experiments for you. Used to be the case that if you wanted to be a biologist, you would have to have access to a biology lab, and we're entering an era where Hackathon hacks might actually be able to make advances or leverage incredible technology that normally would be a full lab in a building somewhere, and now you can access behind your laptop. There's also a company that's building a robotics lab in the cloud, which for me is really exciting. The idea that I can do robotics research, they have high-speed cameras set up. You can program these robots, have them do experiments, see the results, and develop, be it AI, sensors, whatever you want. And this is just the beginning. I've heard of a company that's actually doing on-demand workers on demand. So you know how, Postmates, for example, you make an order, it sends a real human. You order a driver on Lyft or Uber, it sends a real human. They're trying to make by API available to any app a human doing some task going from point A to point B. And so this means that over a weekend in a hackathon, you might soon be able to build an application that leverages a text-to-speech API or a speech-to-text API, then spawns a real human in the real world to go fetch something for you, has biology applications, who knows. And these are all things that every year get better and better, and every year become more and more accessible to people like you and to build incredible things in the weekend. And so we're seeing some trends around what companies care about in hackathons that is related to the fact that now you can build cool things. There's a company called TripleByte in the Silicon Valley, and they surveyed Y Combinator-funded companies. These are companies like Airbnb, Dropbox, Reddit, Heroku, and a bunch of others, including Make School, who share the same investor Y Combinator. And they found companies are really excited to meet programmers who are themselves excited to build cool things. And that was not obvious, because a lot of engineers thought companies should be excited about programmers who are excited about technology, purely speaking. But really what is moving the needle right now in the Silicon Valley and New York and other tech ecosystems, Ann Arbor, is the fact that today most of the growth in tech comes from the ability of companies to build great products that impacts the lives of people like you. And so the skill that they actually care for is not just the ability to program, it's the ability to program to build meaningful, impactful things. And that was reflected in the survey data and actually gives you an edge in the job search process if you've demonstrated that ability. So what you're doing this weekend could start to become part of a story that you might tell a company in an interview or recruiting process, because it reflects very favorably on you that you're taking a weekend out of your life to build cool things. And hopefully not just cool things, but impactful things as well. Because it's not just about games and social apps, though I love games and social apps. I had this notion when I was in your shoes that if I became a great programmer, I could build the next Hearthstone, League of Legends, Twitter, Facebook. These are the kinds of things that software would unlock for me. When in reality, there's so much more. You have traditional industries being disrupted by technology, hotels by Airbnb, taxis by Lyft or Uber, and that's only the beginning. To actually draw upon the thought of, what if we reinvented it from scratch? That Hampton Creek presented to you. What if we reinvented it from scratch? Well, if we were to reinvent paying someone to drive you from point A to point B, we would never invent a company that involved painting some cars yellow and then having people go out in the street and wave at the yellow cars hoping that one of them would stop. That seems completely ridiculous. But that's what taxis are. It made sense at the time. It doesn't make sense today. And the number of things that are actually that ridiculous, if you really think about how they're done, including food technology, are tremendous. And so the number of industries that you think is totally not a tech thing, like taxis or hotels, that are going to start to get disrupted by people like you using technology is ever increasing. Another fun example is the New York Times has a really large software engineering team. That, if you want to work for the New York Times, you're almost better off being a software engineer and building great products than being a journalism student. And Shoptiques is a website that lets boutiques around the world sell their wares online, which seems like an obvious thing in this day and age, but a amazing glass-blowing shop in a corner of Florence is now able to sell to a buyer in Ann Arbor, whereas before they only had access to the foot traffic in front of their offices or in front of their store. And it's been really, really impactful in connecting global commerce, especially small little boutiques. Pigeonly builds services for inmates, founded by a couple of ex-cons, and they built a service that allows inmates to communicate with their families more easily. Talk about making the world a better place. We have millions of people in the United States, millions incarcerated. You have to remember, who here knows someone who lives in Boston? Right. So there's maybe 3 times the population of Boston's worth of people in prison right now in this country. So that gives you a sense for how many folks this can impact. And it's tremendously successful. Farmlogs is a funny story. 2 farmers from Michigan. Their parents have a farm. They have a Farmville. Their Farmville farm has live notifications, push notifications, a web dashboard, super fancy, tells them when the crops are ready to collect. Their parents' farm doesn't. They decide to build Farmlogs, which is software for farmers, and now more than half of every farmed acre in the United States is under management by a farm that is a customer of Farmlogs. So if you've eaten today, which I hope you have, I actually haven't because I flew cross country, oops, but if you've eaten today, you have eaten from a farm that was a customer of farm logs with greater than 50% probability. And that food was grown more efficiently thanks to them. So what I'm getting at here is, what part of the world do you know well? What part of the human experience do you understand better than most? And the answer can't be, I'm a hackathon hacker, I'm a college student, I'm a programmer, because that really only gives you insight into a very, very narrow slice of the world, which is hackathon-going programming students. You're about as representative of the general world as, well, really nothing much, actually. You're really, really conscious of a certain age range, maybe the 16 to 24-year-old demographic, but unfortunately, most of the money in the world is owned by those who are between the ages of 24 and dead. And so, to make impact and build great businesses, you need to break out of the shell of just thinking like a programming student, like a college student, like a high school student, like someone who's excited about social apps and games. You need to think about what part of the human experience you understand well, and how can you build something to improve it. And one example that sticks out to me is one of my students was discussing how they have a relative who's going through Alzheimer's, and through the repeated visits with their, care practitioners, started to understand better this industry that was relatively untouched by modern technology. So that's my challenge to you, is really what aspect of the human experience, what part of the world do you maybe have an insight into that your peers might not as much? And can you build something that makes that slice of the world or that slice of the human experience better or more efficient? And I hope to see what you build at the end of the event. So, 3 quick hackathon commandments for my 40-plus hackathons. The first being obvious: be kind, but I mean it in actually a non-obvious way. A particular manifestation of unkindness at hackathons comes very intuitively, and that is when you're faced with someone who doesn't know something that you know. Our brains trick us. They make us blank out the amount of time that we spent struggling to learn something, and make it seem like when we see someone else struggling, they totally are struggling more than we used to. Your perception is out of whack, and you should be conscious of it. And I've been at hackathons where I've heard people be like, oh my God, I can't believe that you haven't heard of our Lord and Savior, Node.js, praise be its package manager. And, really, some people might not know what Node is, and that's okay. Guess what? You get to be the person to bring it into their lives for the first time. Look at you, evangelist. It's wonderful, right? So, take that opportunity. Take that opportunity. Someone doesn't know something, great. You're the first one to bring into their lives, as opposed to the instinctive reaction was like, what? You've never heard of an API? Which, by the way, when I was in your shoes, I also didn't know what an API was. So for those of you who may be a little bit confused by all the API presentations, they are services that exist in the cloud that the code that you write can ping to get back a result. For example, you could send an image, have a face recognition API send you back where there's faces in the image. Essentially abstracting away a very, very small task that you couldn't write yourself this weekend, that their service will do for you. So if that was murky in your mind, hopefully all the past presentations make sense in that context. The next is to make new connections, especially those of you who are like me, who've been at 40-plus hackathons. It's so easy to sit with your clique. I have like my hackathon friends, many of them are here, and we hang out, and then I'm not going to meet anyone new, and that's not the way it should be. My co-founder and I met in computer science class in high school. We had no idea we were going to be co-founders one day. No clue. There are combinations of people in this room who will start companies together someday. You don't know it yet. And it'd be a shame if you never met. So, don't forget to exchange contact info, like Facebook, phone number, whatever you use these days. But also, don't forget to actually go talk to someone you don't know. Remember that the icebreaker that works for everyone in this room, what are you building? Right? This is the easiest place to meet new people that I can possibly imagine. And finally, follow through. I was saying, it's important to consider that what you're doing this weekend is part of a story you might tell an employer. You are developing one of the most in-demand skills in today's marketplace. And it's kind of like going to the gym. If you do something really cool over the weekend at a hackathon, that's cool. If you schedule with someone before you leave this event that on your calendar sometime in the next 7 days, you're going to meet up again with your programming buddy like you'd have a gym buddy, and you're going to make it regular. It doesn't matter whether you're going to go through a tutorial together, whether you're going to continue your hackathon project, but I want everyone here to schedule time on a recurring basis before they leave this event to continue working on programming projects that are not directly related to what they're learning in school. So those of you who take that advice, I guarantee you a year from today will be markedly different than those of you who don't. Again, it's like going to the gym. If you have a buddy and you go every week, a year from now, we'll be able to tell the difference. So follow through. And now finally, a very brief overview of the Make School story, because you're wondering, who's this guy with ginger hair in front of you coming from San Francisco? And I want to tell you a little bit about the company that I run. It started in 2012, like I mentioned, started with a friend of mine from high school, both very much in a similar spirit to you, but hackathons didn't exist back then. And we launched apps on the App Store, had some measured amount of success, like tens of thousands of downloads or copies sold, a feature by Apple on the front page for a week, which was super cool. And all of our friends started asking us, how did you learn how to make an iPhone app? And it turns out they don't teach you that in most schools. And so we started teaching first high school students, then college students, and now students all across the world of all age ranges, iOS development and other types of software engineering. And so the first program that we offer is a summer program. It has locations in San Francisco, Sunnyvale, which is south of SF, New York City, Atlanta, and Taipei, with Shanghai and Tokyo almost confirmed. So if you want an international experience, it could be fun. You design and code and ship your own app. We have introductory, intermediate, and advanced programs. We have students coming from 20 different countries, and alums from this program the next summer have interned at basically every top tech company you can imagine, including Apple, Google, and Facebook. The curriculum that we developed for this summer program powered the first ever iOS development courses at MIT and Carnegie Mellon. They used it kind of as their in-class textbook. This is what it looks like. Big room, everyone has their own desk. That's me talking in the corner. So very much not like a traditional classroom. And we also launched this crazy new program, very much in its infancy, called the 2-year program. It's a replacement or alternative to the traditional undergraduate CS degree focused on building projects with software and developing industry-specific skills. There's no upfront tuition. You pay a percentage of your earnings afterwards. And we had a demo night in January with 150 companies coming to meet our 25 students. So it was a reverse career fair. Companies had to wait in line to meet Make School students, which was really great. And we have 20 plus corporate partners who help us with curriculum. Some awesome students from our demo night, Unati, who built a transit app for his native South Africa, Leslie, who built an app to help venues book stand-up comedians because she used to work in stand-up comedy, and student Hunter, who actually was the #1 trending project on all of GitHub and top of Hacker News for a couple of days, beating out Microsoft's and Facebook's releases that day. So if you want to study with the kind of people who build things that end up at the very top of GitHub worldwide, then you should come talk to us. Some of our students actually built this, University of Michigan News. You can go to the URL right now. It is live. They built it in a Python backend framework that they created themselves. And it is a news board, private, just for University of Michigan students, but open to everyone at the hackathon for this weekend. I'd like also to point out our mentors in the audience. If you could stand up, they're wearing the Make School superhero shirt, and they're here to help you with any technologies that you have questions with a particular focus on mobile and full stack web dev. And if you're here to learn and you don't know where to start, you know some Python, you know some Java, maybe you don't know anything, and you're a little bit lost, maybe your first step is to wrestle with Android Studio for 10 hours trying to get it to install, then I have a better path. I have a better path. So this is one thing I've learned from 40 plus hackathons. It is better to have the goal of spending the weekend learning if you're not sure what you want to build and you're not sure that you're equipped to build it. And the reason that I say this is that so many paths you can go down can terminate with hours spent wrestling trying to configure a darn piece of software. The last hackathon I went to, there were students who spent 12 hours trying to get an Oculus Rift to connect with their PC until they realized it doesn't support Windows 10. And every single group that tried to build Android apps that didn't already have Android Studio ended up spending upwards of 4 hours trying to get that installed, even though they thought it was a natural fit because they all knew Java. But you know, life is difficult, especially with Android. So we have a solution for you. We have makeschool.com/hack that actually has platform agnostic, as in it's not iOS specific, so it does not require a Mac. It's web development focused tutorials. Specifically, if you scroll down, we have some for Ruby on Rails that are designed to be done at a hackathon. We actually built them for a hackathon in Taiwan. We flew to Taiwan. We did it with 180 students over a similar time frame, and it was awesome. And they all had deployed live, real Ruby on Rails websites. So if you are not sure what you want to do this hackathon, want to breeze through some content that was built specifically for an event like this, go to makeschool.com/hack make.sc/hack, and you'll find more content there. And the short link below there, make.sc/MHacks, is a link to get priority review if you want to apply to one of our programs. So if you use that link, you'll get bumped to the top of the queue. We have 1,000 applications right now for 600 spots in the summer. And I should note that about half of our students in our summer program get some sort of financial aid. So we have $500,000 in scholarship funds this year. Workshops today that I'll be offering, they'll both be held in 1690 BBB, which is not the name of the droid I brought to this event. It is the name of the room. And I'll be giving a workshop in getting into Y Combinator, the most prestigious startup incubator out in the Silicon Valley, as well as understanding when a project, like what you're building this weekend, can turn into a product, and what the differences are when you're trying to build a great product versus trying to build a great project. And with that, I cannot wait to see what you build. I'm going to be at those two workshops. We're going to be in the main hacking venue wearing those Make School shirts. If you have any more questions, including about doing crazy business in Japan, come talk to me. And now, back to the organizers. Cool. Back to you, Dave.
Let's give it up one more time for Jeremy. So we're almost there to hacking, but we have some logistics to go over. But since that's the last thing to go over, I guess we have to give away all this swag. So I'm gonna give it away pretty quick, so you better be loud. Just keep being loud. I got it over there. Keep being loud. You got it. Did it make it? No one else wants swag? No one else wants... And then wait, I think there might be some more in the back over there if you turn around. Some more swag? Anyone want swag over there? Cool. And since we all want to hack, right, that's what we came here for, I'm going to pass it off to Director Shayna to go over logistics, and then we will hack. Let's give it a hand to Shayna.
Hey, what's up, everyone? My name is Tyler Laredo. I was a former... What's up, Eddie? I was a former director of MHacks, and I just want to give a shout out that Eddie, who's the tall guy in the Twilio sweatshirt back there, Kaylin, who's from Capital One, I'm not sure if she's here today, but Eddie, Kaylin, and I are on the MLH Community Council. We are basically representatives from the Hackathon community. We work with MLH on trying to make this community better for all of you. So if you have any questions, if you want to talk to us about anything, express any concerns, suggestions, come talk to Eddie or I throughout the weekend. Awesome. Thank you, guys.
All right. I'm going to keep this pretty short, straight to the point. A few things that pretty much anyone who's been doing MHacks hackathon sort of knows. One, we're not allowed to have a dedicated sleeping place. That's just sort of like a fire code policy. So we're not allowed to see blow up mattresses or tents. If we see them, we will wake you up and we will make you put them away. The best place to sleep will be around your workplace with people who are awake around you. And just a note on power, just please follow like proper protocol, no daisy chaining. We really don't want to blow a fuse because we don't know the response time. And frankly, I don't want to find out. Do not plug any cords that are already plugged in. They're vital to keeping the Wi-Fi from going down in your room. Stay in your room if the Wi-Fi does go down, because then you'll make another room's Wi-Fi go down, and that would be super bad. Another note for anyone who wants to be hygienic over the hackathon, there will be showers. We have showers. There will be shuttles going at 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. on Saturday to the NCRB where there will be showers. So everyone should have received a wristband. Can I see them? Yes, I see him. All right. Well, please keep your wristband on. We are actually sharing the space with a few other organizations just because we're a smaller hackathon. And the way we're going to know that you are part of our organization is through the wristband. So if you're not wearing your wristband, we will not let you have food. We will not let you into events, tech talks, etc. Sponsors have been told not to let you have swag if you are not wearing a wristband. Quick note, just like a lost and found kind of note, we have like 4 ID badges at the help desk right now. So if you're missing your ID, it's probably at one of our help desks. Also, please respect the space and respect each other. You were asked to sign an honor code, like a code of conduct for MLH and for MHacks Refactor. Any questions you have, any concerns, whether it be from the code of conduct or anything else, find anyone in one of these shirts. This represents core team. The yellow shirts represent volunteers. If anyone wants to check out the hacks that are built, both during the hackathon and after it, check out mhacksrefactor.devpost.com. Just a few location notes. The hardware table is going to be at the back of the EECS atrium. So the EECS atrium is that big, long building that had food and sponsor sponsor tables. Events are going to be in 1690 BBB and 1010 DAO, which are in the other building. Every single one of you was chosen for a reason. We thought you would get something from this event and that you would bring something to this event. So make this the best 36 hours of your life, and happy hacking. All right, so if you guys go out those 3 doors, in the same place where the buses showed up, is where the buses came, is where the buses are going to show up to take you back to Central so you can begin hacking. They don't need to know that much. Thank you. How are you?
Can't see anything. Glasses.
Well, that sounds like a personal problem. You can take those off. You know that.
I mean, I took them off. It's way better.
Thank you.
Wait, Eddie. Yeah, we need to find out if we can use it.
Yeah. I'm going to wait for your honor.
Good to see you.
Likewise, how are you? Oh, that's weird. This is good. There you go.
Yeah. I'm doing well. How are you doing? That's awesome.
You helping it?
Oh, we're pretty good. Just got around the back. Are you hacking? Good job. Yeah, I love it. Weird, like, family reunion. Right? I see it everywhere. I know. Yeah, dude, I'll see you after I'm done cleaning up.